One of the things that we always noticed was that every day when we arrived at the orphanage, it didn't matter how hot it was or how heavy the rain was coming down. We just couldn't wait to see the children. Every day was different from the last, and you never knew what to expect. And to be greeted with great smiles when the children saw us turn up was so rewarding. One of the first projects that we did with the ISAR team was the West Midlands Fire Service donated 12 computers, and we went over to Africa, to Tanzania, and we set up an IT suite. And this was at the Machimani Orphanage in Tanzania, which is an orphanage which looks after 195 children, children with physical disabilities, children who haven't got parents, children whose lives are totally different. They had nothing in their lives, and the West Midlands Fire Service had an opportunity to do something. Since 2006, members from the West Midlands Fire Service International Search and Rescue Team have visited Tanzania on the east coast of Africa to train firefighters on a voluntary basis. During this time, the team has forged links with the Machimani Orphanage for Disabled Children, which is run by the Salvation Army. The name Machimani means a place of hope. We're over here now at the Machimani Orphanage in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. We've come with a group of firefighters from the West Midlands Fire Service, and we've come to do a project to refurbish this building so that we can help take some of the girls off the streets which have been abused. So it's a very, very worthwhile project, and we're getting the support from a lot of people over in the UK to support this project. And I'm going to pass you over to Rudy Parks, who's going to be taking the lead on the project. Rudy?
Right, as you can see, the building behind us is a building we're going to renovate. We're going to raise it to the ground, and we're going to build a new structure completely. We're just going to keep the back existing wall in place. We've got a couple of sparkies that'll do the electrics, a plumber that'll do the plumbing. As you can see on the floor there, all the plumbing is smashed and broke. It all needs renewing. The materials will come on site from locally, and we'll begin the work this morning, Monday morning. Dean, Master Demolition. Dean. Not the same one. Dean 1, Dean 2, Master Demolition. I'm doing one. They're going to be doing all the demolition work for us. They're going to bring this building down here, which I don't assume that take them long. Mike and Aggie, 2 Sparkies, going to bring all the wiring back in. All this is quite dangerous. Morning. One of the local girls. They're going to rewire it completely, try and get a couple of sockets in, and we're going to enclose the building completely and try and put some kitchen facilities in for them. Mike, my labourer, Mike. Mike.
Andy.
Andy Moore.
Andy boy.
Andy Moore, labourer and team maker. He's the new lad on the block. His first experience with the team. Big Bad, Russ, he's going to be our go forward. He's our logistics man. He's got a van and he's going to go and bring materials that require and resource the local stuff. Big Jim, the man in charge overall. He's organised all this. A lot of work gone into it with his boys. So we got a plan, and we want to. What we start, we want to finish. This is an ex-toilet here. Just have a quick look and see what kind of stuff. Well, they've cleaned all that out. You can see what kind of stuff they was using. The kitchen facilities are actually there, and if you just have a quick pan over there, you'll see what they've got existing at the moment, which is those 2 units over there. That's their kitchen, that's what they've got at the moment, that's what they use in that area we've just showed you. But we're going to change that for them. Okay, lads?
Yeah.
So what you do, you know what you've got to do. Come from the top down, that's the same thing. The only thing also on that particular job is safety, and I don't even know what you do with safety. What's moving around you? Because me and Jim will start on that footing down there with what we've got. The idea is, lads, to knock this down and rebuild it completely across here and down the back of this sink unit here. The waste runs out here, which all needs replacing as well. So eventually we're going to do all that into the manhole that's over there. It's at its maximum now, so we can't lower this anymore, but we can raise it. Hopefully we might be able to put a brick built structure inside the building to contain the sink in that. But obviously, as you can see, it has to be robust. This is their lifeline, this water coming in here. So anything we do with water, we need to know that we can replace it before we actually take it apart. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Big Bad, you carry on, mate. Russ is going to scout the area and see what we've got. There's stuff lying about we can use.
Come here, Russ.
Yeah, with your hand as well. Mate. Mike and Aggie, you can look at the electrics when you're ready. Make a plan and then come and tell us what your plan is, alright? What we want in here is, if we can have sockets, we can have sockets.
Yeah.
We can buy sockets locally, we can buy materials locally. We definitely want at least 1 light in here. If we can, we'll have 2 down here. If we can get lightings as well.
Lights are dirt cheap.
Then probably some on site.
Yeah.
Russ will probably find some of them on site. So once you've got a plan on the electrics, man, where that coming from?
It was decided that it would be best to rebuild from the ground up. After the electrics were made safe and the roof carefully removed, the building was demolished. Each day we would get up before 5 o'clock and we were already busy working at the orphanage by 6:30. Working outside in temperatures of over 30 degrees every day with little or no shade was very exhausting and physically demanding, but as usual, everybody supported each other and the build progressed steadily. Matrimony Orphanage is primarily a boarding school for 195 children with physical disabilities. One of the aims of the school, opened in 1967, is to educate, encourage and mobilise the children to a better way of living without viewing their disability as a hindrance and to experience a normal life. With the foundation strengthened, the team commenced laying the concrete blocks and window frames and a new roof was built. During construction, we identified that additional work would be required to address the issues with broken drainage pipes and leaking water pipes. This was unexpected, but we took it in our stride and completed the work. The build was taking shape, which consisted of clothes washing and drying facilities. As the build came to completion, the installation of lighting and power were completed by myself, and all the team went into overdrive to get the painting and finishing touches done. New water taps and a sink worktop made completely out of concrete were provided.
The kitchen, that's what they've got at the moment, that's what they use in that area we've just showed you.
Cooking facilities with storage for fuel were provided. Externally, a new seating area were provided. Every day, their smiles got bigger, and at the handing over ceremony, there was a lot of hugs and smiles and laughter and giggling. That was all the thanks that we needed, and all the work and effort we had put in over the past 2 weeks became a distant memory.
Very, very quickly,
Kwa haraka sana.
I've got 4 thank yous to say.
Ana maneno manne ya kusema asante.
First off, I want to thank Muhundi for all the work he's done this week and last week.
Chaina anataka kumshukuru Muhundi kwa kazi aliyofanya wiki nzima.
Second off, I'd like to thank Night Support who have helped with the funding for this build.
Na cha tatu anataka kutoa shukurani kwa shirika la Night Support ambalo limetoa hela kwa ajili ya kazi hii.
Third thank you, I'd like to thank Josephat and the Salvation Army who supported us and welcomed us every day and made us so welcome and feel so loved here.
Lakini la tatu anataka kutoa shukurani za pekee kwa Kapteni Nyerere na jeshi la wokovu ambalo limewapokea na limekuwa likiwakubali kuja kufanya kazi wakati wote.
And the fourth thank you is to the girls. At the end of each day have made us so happy to go home.
Shukurani ya 4 kwa wasichana ambao kila siku wanapomaliza kazi wanataka kwenda nyumbani, mmekuwa mkiwafurahisha sana.
So this is the ceremony.
Sasa huu ni ushuhuda.
When we cut this,
Watakapokuwa wanakata hii,
it's open, it's yours.
itakuwa imefunguliwa, simama kama pale, itakuwa imefunguliwa alafu tayari ni yenu.
Yeah. This is our little gift from the 8 of us.
Na hii ni zawadi ndogo ambayo wamewapa wao wakiwa watu 8.
It's your new kitchen.
Ni jiko lenu mpya.
We've nicknamed the Crooked House.
Na ambalo wamelipa jina la bandia kwamba Crooked House. Tutakuwa mnaliita hivyo Crooked House.
I hope you use it.
Anataka mtumie.
I hope you enjoy it.
Anaamini mtalifurahia.
I hope you think of us when you use it.
Lakini pia mnapotumia anajua mtaendelea kuwakumbuka.
And most of all, I hope it doesn't fall down today.
You expected it will not fall down.
Just today.
Tena natarajia kwamba litaanguka chini leo. Unafikiri kweli?
Joseph,
Yes.
if you'd like the honour of cutting the string and opening, stand up this way. Face the camera.
Kama picha utapiga nzuri, simama kule.
And then everyone can go in.
Sasa kila mmoja ataenda ndani nikishakata. Unasikia? I offer a word of prayer for this. Yes. Hello. Nataka kuomba kwa ajili ya kumshukuru Mungu kwa ajili ya hii. Yeah. So I'm praying please. Baba yetu wa mbinguni na Mungu iketie mahali pa juu zaidi, tunatoa shukrani na sifa nyingi kwa ajili ya kazi hii ambayo imefanyika kutoka kwa marafiki zetu kutoka kule UK na wamekuja kupitia shirika la Night Support. Kazi waliotufanyia hapa, tulishukuru jina lako. Wanajijengea heshima mbinguni, wanajijengea heshima mahali pote ya kwamba wao wanatoa msaada wa kweli kwa wale wanaohitaji. Wamekuwa katikati ya mabinti, wamependana, wamekubaliana, wamekuwa msaada kwao kila siku. Mungu niseme nini bali ninakushukuru. Shirika na uhusiano huu ujengwe na uwe na nguvu siku zote. Bariki hii timu ya watu 8 pamoja na yule msaidizi wao. Baba, mbariki na Rona ambaye anafanya kazi hizi za kutuunganisha baina ya jeshi la wokovu na wenzetu kutoka UK. Kazi hii tunaibariki na kuiweka mikononi mwako. Libarikiwe jiko hili na kazi itakayofanyika hapa, chakula kitakachoandaliwa hapa kikawe na chakula kizuri kwa afya na kwa ustawi wa mabinti wetu. Hakika tunajivunia jina lako. Ninaomba nikiamini utaendelea kuwalinda na kuwatunza hata watakapokuwa wanaondoka hapa. Popote waendapo, tembea pamoja nao. Linda familia zao na linda na ndugu zao, na kazi wanakofanyia kule nako kuweze kubarikiwa. Na wale waliotoa pesa wote na wakabidhi mikononi mwako. Katika jina la Yesu Kristo Bwana na Mwokozi wetu. Amen.